It all happened on that fateful night. Lisa was speeding down the highway in her convertible. The wind was so fierce that everything inside the car went flying, including one of her high heels. Before long, a violent storm rolled in. A couple and their young son were driving down the same road when their tires suddenly blew out. The husband got out to check and found a stiletto heel had punctured it, the very one Lisa had lost. As the husband fumbled with the spare tire, the boy grew restless, so his mother got out to play a game with him to keep him calm. That's when my car came barreling through. I hit the woman. She went down hard, and it was clear she wasn't gonna make it without help. The celebrity in my back seat tried to stop me from getting involved, but I wasn't about to drive away. I used to be a cop. Walking away from someone in need just isn't in my DNA. I grabbed my phone to call for help, but there was no signal. With no other choice, I loaded all four of them into my car and headed for a nearby motel. The place was practically deserted. The owner was drinking and watching TV when we burst through the door. The husband rushed in carrying his wife and shouted, "Is anyone here? Can someone call 911?" The owner took one look at the woman in his arms, barely clinging to life, and froze. I followed them inside, but the celebrity refused to get out, complaining that the motel was a dump. I tried using the motel's phone to reach the hospital, but it was dead too, no signal. The owner told me the nearest hospital was a 20-minute drive away. Desperate, I left the celebrity behind and took off alone to get help. I'd barely made it 2 miles before I spotted a woman trying to flag down a ride. It was Lisa. Her convertible had flooded in the storm and stalled out completely. I offered her a lift. She warned me the road ahead was flooded, but I was too focused on saving that woman to listen. Sure enough, my car stalled out in a ditch. Just when things looked hopeless, another car came by, a young couple. The wife didn't want to let us in, but the husband agreed. Lisa and I hitched a ride back to the motel. The moment the owner laid eyes on Lisa, he pegged her for a prostitute and didn't bother hiding his contempt. After collecting her payment, he showed her to a room. After all that chaos, the owner stepped outside for a smoke. He didn't even make it 2 steps before more guests showed up, a cop escorting a murderer. The storm had caught them during transport, and their cruiser had run out of gas. They had no choice but to spend the night. I asked the officer if he could use his radio to call the hospital. No luck. The radio was dead too. With no other options, I grabbed a needle and thread and stitched up the injured woman myself. The whole time, the little boy sat in silence. I worried he was traumatized, but his stepfather explained that the kid was just shy and never talked much. Being only his stepfather, they didn't really communicate. The cop took the murderer to room 10 and handcuffed him to a bathroom pipe. By now, the motel had completely lost all signal. It had become an island, totally cut off from the outside world. In that isolated space, we were sealed in, trapped together like pieces on a board, waiting for the next move.